Hi everyone, welcome to this short presentation about the MSc Food Science and Technology courses here at Cardiff Met University, shown in the background here. I am Simon Dawson, I'm a senior lecturer on the programme and I teach both undergraduate and postgraduate students. And I welcome you to this 10-minute short presentation about our course. And if you've got any specific questions afterwards, any course specific questions, please email me at sdawson@cardiffmet.ac.uk. I'll collate all the questions and depending on the number, we'll post a video dedicated to answering every single question sent. If you've got any general inquiries about our university, please contact either askadmissions@cardiffmet.ac.uk if you're UK based, or if you're international, askinternational@cardiffmet.ac.uk instead. In addition to this video, I've created a few playlists on my YouTube channel to try and help you towards your academic career, your future career afterwards. So some of these include videos with food specialists and others are more geared towards your academic learning experience. As always, if you like this video, please click like, and it would be great if you could subscribe as well because you're going to receive notifications of any future videos that will be posted. So, on to our programmes. And I say programmes because in the plural sense, because we have a number of different pathways that you can take on the course. And each of these have been designed with a focused career in mind. Ultimately, if you want a career in food, any of these pathways would more than meet a company's requirements. However, we've developed specific pathways to try and hone your academic skills. And in addition, I'm going to talk to you through some of the ways that we support you during your learning, some information about the internships that we provide, and then we're also going to briefly look at some financial information and end with some useful websites that will help accelerate your early career. I hope you liked that short video which showcased some of our students working in the Food Industry Centre and labs. Our course is comprised of two different durations, and this can be either full-time or part-time. So if you're focused on the full-time option, you can complete this whole course within 12 months, and then providing you've been successful, you will then graduate with an MSc. If you'd like some experience in the food industry while on the course, for up to 12 months, you've got the option of doing an internship here. So that would be a 24-month or 2-year programme in which your second year is your internship year. Now here you'll spend up to 12 months in a food manufacturing company, typically working in either the technical, quality, development or operational departments. And we've also got a part-time programme as well for those that might already be working within the food industry and they're wanting to upskill themselves maybe. Now, the part-time programme is only available to UK residents, so any internationals, if they want to join our course, would have to join the full-time route instead. Now, for each of these routes, there are 3 pathways, depending on what your interests are. And you can either specialise in food safety management, food innovation and product development, or you can do food chemistry and biochemistry. Now, for each of these pathways, we've got some core and some optional modules. The core modules shown here include things like food safety, research methods, product conformity and quality management, and you also get to do a large research project which can be based on either your interests, a company interests, or maybe one of the academics' interests instead. Now for the first pathway, we have your food safety management, and here you've got 2 optional modules that you will take. First is the risk management, and then the next one is your crisis management. Now on here, we're going to test your crisis-based scenario skills and get you to work on your own and in groups about things like outbreaks and how you control outbreaks. The next pathway is your food chemistry and biochemistry. So if you're more interested in working in a laboratory, for example, maybe a micro lab or a chemical analytical lab, then this is ideally set up for you. So you'll get to undertake a series of practical classes analysing food ingredients and their makeup. The last pathway shown here is your food innovation and development. And in this pathway, you will get to work on a live, active project with a food manufacturing company. Now, these projects change every year. Some have even launched products based on what students have made. And some of the examples include things like vegan cakes, allergen-free snacks and drinks, flexitarian foods, high-energy snacks, post-workout recovery products, sandwich spreads, desserts, soups, and more. Now, during your first semester or term, you will undertake core modules only, and they include your food safety, applied research methods, and a global food product conformity. And you're also going to begin your research project. The research project lasts the whole year though, so it goes all from semester 1 through to end of semester 2, semester 3 as well. Now, in each of these pathways, as I said, you've got your core modules, but you've also got your optional modules, and they're going to be in your food safety management, your food chemistry and biochemistry, or your food innovation and development. So if we delve a little deeper into the programme, we teach this in a number of different ways. Obviously, since COVID has become a global pandemic in 2020, we've had to adapt our programme to ensure students and staff safety are a priority. And this has meant that we've had to move a lot of the delivery online, but it's also allowed us to greatly improve our online delivery of material. So now we focus on lectures either in the traditional sense, so in lecture theatres, lecture rooms. We've also got some smaller classes for things like workshops and seminar sessions, and we combine the face-to-face teaching with online delivery of course material, which is great if you haven't arrived at the campus yet. Maybe you are unable to attend specific classes. You want to go back through the material again. Maybe you've missed something and you want to listen to it again. So you can do all of that there. All lectures should be recorded. Now, we also provide a series of practical sessions in our laboratories and food industry centre, and where applicable, we will try and take students out onto field trips to food companies, to trade shows, and maybe behind the scenes food events. Now, this leads nicely onto assessments, and I know it's something that can be a little bit difficult and daunting. However, it is critical for degree programmes and all degree programmes to assess a student's progress on that course, and the only real way to do this is through assessments. And these are going to be either in a formative or a summative format. So the purpose of the formative assessments is to monitor your learning and provide ongoing feedback and feed forward. The goal of the summative one, though, is to evaluate your student learning at the end of a module or a chunk of a module by comparing against some kind of standard or benchmark. And this is what is traditionally known as your midterm or your end of term assessment. At Cardiff Met, we try to vary assessment methods in each module to give you as diverse a range of tool as possible. And this begins with things like your traditional assignments or essays, and they've got specific word counts on them that range from 1,000 to 9,000 words. 1,000 be for your small assessments, up to 9,000 for a final research project. You will also get to do things like presentations, which are usually accompanied by PowerPoint slides or something similar, so such as Prezi or Beyond, whereby a student will stand up and present their research. We've also got lab practical reports that you would do, and that's based on what a student has done within a lab exercise. Next is things like poster presentations, and they're often used at things like international specialist conferences, so you get to learn how to do that as well. Then we have portfolios, which are typically group work in which you will all be randomly assigned groups and then develop a project with others. And then there's finally things like online tests and examinations as well. These have got set time limits for completion. So to support your learning, we introduce a series of world-leading guest lecturers to talk to you. We also try to take you out to a range of food manufacturing companies, some internationally renowned companies, and attend food conferences and exhibitions such as FoodX, Food Matters Live, and IFE, which is the International Food Exhibition. This really is dependent on COVID and COVID restrictions though. Now, in addition, Cardiff Met has been the host of the annual Christmas IFST lecture for about the last 10 years, in which all students are allowed to attend. And we usually have competitions and prizes just around Christmas time, and they have included things like vouchers, free IFST student membership for a year, again subject to availability. So to support your career development, we also offer you the addition of accredited qualifications by the Royal Society for Public Health in food safety, HACCP and allergen management. Now these are completely optional, and students that have taken these and have passed them in the past have been really beneficial on their CV when they're applying for things like internships and jobs. So you can see all of these company names that are appearing here. These are just some of the companies that have employed our students for internships, all of which have been paid and up to 12 months. So the students that have managed to get these have all had a great time on the placements and working for these companies as well. They've learned lots and they've really developed themselves. Now, I'll say now that Cardiff Met do not guarantee you an internship. We can't automatically get you an internship. It's up to you, your dedication, your commitment to the programme and your learning journey that will help get you an internship. But I'll stress this, Cardiff Met will help you phenomenally on this journey. We have lots of contacts through sites like LinkedIn. We've got things like past successful student internships, so we've got the company details there. And we've also got a dedicated career service that will help with your CV, your cover letter, and they'll even give you mock interviews and provide you with feedback. And they've helped lots of students get internships and jobs in the past. And honestly, I cannot thank them enough for their support on our MSc Food Science programme over the last few years. So to summarise briefly, students can undertake an internship up to 12 months long. The internships can be anywhere in the world. Upon completion and successful completion of your assessments, you'll be awarded 20 credits and it'll be documented on your transcript and an award certificate. And although we've only been running the internships, for the last few years, it's been very successful the way that we've done this so far. So before I leave, I'd like to share a few websites that I would recommend you pay a visit to, and especially if you're interested in progressing your area within food. The first of which is our Food Science group on Facebook. Obviously I had to pick ours first. We don't post very often, but what we do post focuses on things like jobs, careers, events, some interesting food science facts you might find, and just some stories about some of our students as well. The next one is LinkedIn. Now, I cannot say this enough. LinkedIn, if you don't have a profile, get one, spend some time developing it, adding a professional photograph of you, and join a few food-related groups. Now, once you've got all of this set up, be active. And I mean be active as well. Not, oh, well, I've got it set up, that's it, I'll sit back and I'll do nothing. No. Once you've set it up, you should be going on there regularly. You should be posting regularly. You should be liking things, sharing things, adding comments to other people's posts. Ultimately, spread your professional self around to show who you are and what you're about. Now remember, do this in a professional manner. Do not use text talk. Don't make silly spelling mistakes or use text slang. It's a professional service for professionals. So act like it when you're using the service and you'll get more benefit out of this. The next is the IFST, or the Institute of Food Science and Technology. Now, you need to be a member to access all the good stuff on here, which includes things like events, career development, and the forums, which is excellent if you are a student. It's cheap as chips. It's a very cheap service for you to have, and it's well worth it if you do get this. The next one is the American cousin to the IFST, called the IFT, which is the Institute of Food Technologists. Now, this is a much bigger cousin that started in the US in 1939, and the IFT is in 90 countries and it's got a massive opportunities for things like networking, learning and sharing your knowledge and experience. There's also the RSPH, which I've discussed earlier regarding accredited qualifications. They've got a great series of webinars and excellent online learning material. We then have the IFSQN, or the International Food Safety and Quality Network. This website and its YouTube page have been going for a number of years. It's well established and there's thousands of food professionals that use this regularly, and there's a lot of valuable information on here. Finally, there's the grandfather of food safety, and that's the Codex Alimentarius. These hold the international food standards used by countries, companies, industry professionals around the world. And I encourage you to spend some time navigating their website, looking at some of their publications, events, some of the useful resources that they have. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you found this useful. Please visit our Cardiff Met website, have a look at some of the other YouTube videos that are on from the Cardiff Met, from the School of International, and also from myself as well. And as I said, if you like this video, please click like and subscribe. You're going to receive some notifications when I publish future material as well. So please take care and stay safe. Thank you.